Question number 1, fill in the blanks. No adequate reason has been shown for dash that the note is interpolated at any point. Interpolated in the sense anything that added in the midway. Anything that is added from the unknown source. So instead of complete files, there is one more thing that is added. Now, but the problem is there is no adequate reason. What do you mean by the word adequate? Sufficient. In this terminology, here comes with the meaning of enough reason. There is no proper or enough reason to say that the note is interpolated at any point. That means it is added from between, from at any point. Now, for is followed by noun form. That can also be ing. Trusty is adjective, not possible. Now, tell me your answer. Suspecting, convicting, wondering. What do you mean by suspecting? Suspect is what here? Doubt. Convicting is nothing but to blame somebody or to find somebody guilty. Sorry. Convincing, that means make somebody agree this. Make agree with a point. Go with as a doubt. Wonder. Wonder also almost comes with the same meaning as suspecting. Another wonder comes with the meaning of shock. It has two meanings. One wonder is to doubt, another wonder is to get shocked. Which of these three options are possible? Tell me. There is no adequate reason. See, some incident happened. But to prove that incident, to doubt that incident, there is no proper validity, proper reason to doubt it. That is the meaning of the sentence. Now, there is no adequate reason that has been shown for suspecting that note has come in between, or convincing that note has come in between, wondering that note has come in between. Which one is more probable here? That comes with the suspecting. Next, move to 2. Indian Oil Corporation will recycle. You have to go with the terminology of this word. Underline that word, recycle. 100 million dash PET bottles annually to make eco-friendly uniforms for staff. Now, what do you mean by the word recycle? Reuse something. Reuse in the sense something which is already new or something which is used already. Used already. Look at the first word, cast away. Cast away is nothing but comes with the meaning of isolate somebody. If you get missed in any island, that can be used as the meaning of cast away. For example, if you are going on a ship is into wreck havoc, broken, and you are cast away to an island. That means you are isolated, separated. Next, look at the other word, that is run down. Have you ever heard this word, run down? Run down is to hit somebody. Okay, make the car run over somebody. It is also used with the meaning of run over. Next, outmoded moded is nothing but anything that is outdated. We had one word related to outdated yesterday, I think. What is that word? Antique. Do you remember? We had that word day before yesterday, I think, if I'm not wrong. Next, another one. What is that word here? Discarded. What do you mean by discard? Discard is to get rid of something or anything that is thrown away. Now tell me your answer. Which one can be used? This IOC, Indian Oil Corporation, this will recycle 100 million dash bottles. What type of bottles? Bottles which are isolated, bottles which are outdated, bottles which are already run over, bottles which are already used, left out. Which one is correct one? You have to go with the meaning of discarded, which you already used. And don't go with the meaning of outdated. What do you mean by outdated? MRP is that date, manufacturing date is that is, or no, it is not about that. We are speaking about the bottles which are already used by the people. So that must be used only with the fourth one. Next, move to 3. Rearrange the sentences. Can you eliminate any sentence from the beginning? Yes. What is that? P is out. Why? It is not there in the options in the beginning. Next, any one option which can be eliminated from the ending. What can be eliminated? Third one. Why? Third one, P is ending with the, and after the we need continuation. At least noun must be there. Next, Q also can be eliminated, but we don't have any Q option at the end. Got it? We need continuation of that. Administration of antimicrobials, the drugs, do we need continuation or not? Maybe we can also use as the explanation of this antimicrobials. Next, design to what else is there? Inhibit or kill them. Can we use the word designed in the beginning in this category? Does it look proper? No. Even this is also not possible. Eliminate S. Now your answer must be 1 or your answer must be 4. Which one is correct? Read the sentence and tell me. Now, administration of antimicrobials, the drugs, microorganisms. Can we use this one combination? No. Once look for this Q and P. Antimicrobial resistance is the ability of microorganisms. This is the ability of these microorganisms to persist and grow despite the administration of antimicrobials. Though there is antimicrobial, still they grow. So these are the drugs designed to inhibit or kill them. Answer can be used absolutely with the fourth one. Next, another rearrangement. You don't have any eliminations from the beginning. A, B, C, D, all are there. But we can eliminate some of the options. Which one can be eliminated? A is out. Why? It is starting with a pronoun. Pronoun cannot be used in the beginning. We need reference of noun. Can you tell me what is this reference? He. Who is that he in the sentences? The president-elect. This candidate. The president-elect candidate. Continuation. So what must be the pair here? CA. How many CAs are there? CA, CA, CB not possible, AC not possible. Your answer is 1 or 2. Read the sentence and tell me which one is correct here. See, C is starting with CA, possibility is there. What is here? B. What is there in B? The world's governments are starting to act on their pollution cutting pledges. Now, out of these two sentences, which one is more probable? Tell me your answer. Can you find something which is common in this? D is at the end. That means we cannot differentiate on B. D. Now tell me your answer. Is it 1 or 2? Which one is correct? Let us start with BC. Let us cross check. The world's governments are starting to act on their pollution cutting pledges. The president-elect has claimed that, since we are speaking about the pollution cutting pledges, the recent president-elect also claimed that global warming is a hoax. Hoax is nothing but a distraction intended to frustrate American business. The same person will seek to thwart the clean power plan, which sets national standards to limit carbon dioxide. Continuation is very good with the BCA. Once let us cross check with the CAB. What is there in C? CA we have already read, and finally we are coming to B. Where is the introduction? Are we speaking about the presidential candidate, elect candidate, or are we speaking about the pollution? What is the subject of our topic here? We are speaking about the pollution. Now where is that introduction? Is it in B or is it in C? It is in B only. So sentence should start only with the B combination. Next. Once let us look at D. Read the sentence. However, none of his options is easy. Can you tell me the combination here? Is refers to whom? The same continuation. The same continuation. So it is nothing but combination of CA and A must be combined with the D. Now where do you find this combination again? First one only. Answer comes with 1. Move to 5. Find out there. A dozen workers are beneath the supervision of group leader. Tell me your answer. A dozen workers, singular or plural here? Workers, singular or plural? Plural, followed by are. They are beneath the supervision of the group leader. Tell me your answer. When you are working dash somebody, which one is correct here? You are working dash somebody. For example, if you are a clerk, you have a manager. Now you are working dash the manager, beneath the manager, under the manager. You use the word beneath and under. What is the difference here? What is the difference between under and beneath? You had this type of sentence. You had this type of sentence a week ago. It was given as beneath. What is the difference between beneath and under? Now, are we beneath the roof, under the roof? Why not beneath the roof? For example, మీరు చెట్టు కింద నించో ఉన్నారు, पेड़ का नीचे ठहरा है, तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं? What do we say? Tell for that. Is it under the tree or beneath the tree? Now let us say you found something which is not suitable to the climate. So you dig the mud and you kept that thing inside the mud and you covered the mud. Now is that thing under the mud or beneath the mud? There it is beneath the mud. Now be very careful. If we are speaking about the noun which has space between the two elements, it is nothing but under. If you are speaking about anything that is in the mud, there is no space. When you put something in mud and cover it with the mud, is there any space? No, it is all together attached. Then it is called with the beneath, especially with the ground. Especially with the ground. Whatever you put in the ground, that is called as beneath the ground. Remember this point. Now when you are working under somebody, that is must be used with under, not beneath somebody. Remember this point. So it is not beneath, it is only under. Next, move to 6. Not only the teacher. Whenever you find the word not only, what must be your answer? Combination, but also. Is that clear here? Next. Not only the teacher, but also the children. Again, the teacher, the children. Clear? We have two rules here. Be very careful. One rule is not only must be paired with the, but also. And also they must be used with the same type of grammar parts. Not only is used with the teacher, but also is used with the children. This is second type of rule. We have also third rule, that is subject verb agreement rule. Now look at this continuation. Not only the teacher but also the children of this school is working very hard. Tell me your answer. In cases of either or, neither or, not only but also, your verb should agree with the second noun or the verb should agree with the nearest noun to it. Nearest noun in the sense children or teacher. Children. Children is singular or plural? Answer must be R. Move to 7. I know you want a bigger house, but that's neither here nor there. We can't afford it now. I know, I plus V1, okay. You want U plus V1, okay. You want a bigger house. Not this house, but a bigger house. Comparative case, okay. But that is neither. Whenever you see neither, you have to go for nor. Is that clear? Okay. Neither here nor. What is the spelling? T-H-E-R-E, here and there. Nor here, neither here nor there. Not T-H-E-I-R, there. We can't afford it now, spelling is fine. So here it is the error. Next, move to 8. Be careful with this sentence because this falls under the rule of exceptions. Sentence is already in direct or indirect? Direct or indirect? Why do you say indirect? Said that. And you can see there are no punctuations. Speech. Look at the second clause. What is the second clause starting with? He goes. He plus V5. What is this tense here? Subject plus V1 or V5. Where do we find this? Simple present tense. Where do you come across simple present tense? In the indirect speech. Where do you come across simple present tense? In the indirect speech. We have one exception. If the reporting verb is in say or says, then the speech tense cannot be changed. If tense in the sense, it can be in present, it can be in past, future, whatever, same tense must be there. Other than this, we have second rule where if the reporting speech itself, I am giving double inverted commas to tell that is a reported speech. If the reported speech itself is in the universal, what else? Regular, what else? Habitual. If the universal reported speech itself in the universal case, regular case, habitual case. Where do we find these three? Can you tell me? We find them in the simple present tense again. Then remember, in the indirect speech also we cannot change the tense. We have to repeat them as it is. As it is. Now if you look at this sentence here, already he goes for walk. Every morning in the sense, what type of action is this? Regular action, habitual action. That means in the direct speech also you have to search for a he goes only. Okay? That means simple present. You have to search for simple present. Look at the first one. What is given here? Will go. Which tense is that? Simple future. Next, what else is there? He goes. Okay. Next, what else is there? I go. Possible. What else is there? I went. Simple past. Not possible. Tell me the answer. 2 or 3? 2 or 3? In the direct speech, it must be he goes for walk or I go for walk. He said, I go for walk every morning. Changes to he said that He goes for walk every morning. Remember here I go and he goes, both of them are in the same tense. That is nothing but subject plus V1 or VF combination. So answer must be used only with the third one. How many of you got this answer? I know not even half of you will get it. Next, move to 9. Choose the correctly spelled words. Achievement, acknowledge, administrator, adolescent. Tell me your answer. First one, first word. Achievement. Is the spelling correct? What is there? M-E-N-T. Next, acknowledge. What must be there? C is must be there. Next one, administrator. Single N must be there. Adolescent, spelling is absolutely fine. Adolescent is nothing but child. This is a word terminology related to education, like teacher's education. Adolescent, adolescent education. Next, move to 10. Boundary, capability, ceremony, characteristic. What is the correctly spelled word? Boundary, is the spelling correct? Why? Singular. Capability, I must be there. Ceremony, looks good. Next, what else is there? Characteristic. If you come across the word character, you can get characteristic. What is spelling of character? C. What must be there? E is missing there. You have to add E. What happened to both of you? You two. I'm on live. Don't disturb me. You know this camera? That is live. Don't make me open my mouth. Look at close test here. Seeing that the epic poems, what are we speaking about here? Epic poems. What do you mean by epic poems? Have you heard the terminology which is personification, which I gave you long before? Personification. Have you heard this terminology? This is one figures of speech which is in the rules of nouns. Figures of speech. Epic is also related to the terminology of English literature. We also use it in many other terminologies. Epic is something which is a long narrated story of something. For example, Ramayana, Mahabharata are epics. Have you got that? Yes or no? Now, seeing that the epic poems as dashed by professional recites either in their original Sanskrit text or in their vernacular versions, as well as dramatic compositions text. Photocopied, can we use the terminology at all? No. Photocopy in the sense take the pictures. Next, what else is there here? Imitated. See, imitated has multiple meanings. One meaning that we know about imitation is nothing but looking at other people's actions and behaving just like them. One. Another imitation is nothing but take leaf out of somebody's book. Have you seen this yesterday? What do you mean by that? It is also the imitation. Here the word imitation means to follow somebody's examples. And here in neither of the ways it is possible. Eliminate. Reproduced or repeated. Now we have one indicator that can give the answer. What is that here? Recite. Can anybody give me the meaning of the word recite? What do you mean by recitation? What do you recite? You recite prayers. Yes or no? Reciting the prayers. Have you heard this term or not? Reciting in the sense tell something again and again. Now reproduce or repeat. Which one is related to the context here? Can you tell me here? That is nothing but a repeat. When you understand the meaning of this word recite, then you can come with the word repeat. Next, move to 12. Recites either in their original Sanskrit text or in their vernacular versions. That means they can use this epics poems in the same text, or they may change it into the local languages. Now, as well as dramatic compositions based on them, form to this day the chief dash of intellectual dash most in those. Now tell me your answer. The chief of dash. Chief is followed by here noun form. Tell me your answer. Chief source, chief derivation. Can you tell me the derivation? Derivation is nothing but second form of something. Conclusion nothing but a end. Conclusion also can almost be used with the derivation. Effect is nothing but the result of something. Now remember, these three come with the same meaning of something which comes as an end. Source is something which comes as the meaning of a beginning. Now remember the sentence very carefully. The chief dash of intellectual. We are speaking about the epic poems which are originally in the Sanskrit text, but later they are changed to the vernacular versions. Now these Sanskrit texts are called as sources of all this or ending of all this. Sources of all these different variations or versions. Answer must be used with the first one. Of intellectual dash for most Hindus. Tell me your answer. Intellectual satisfaction, intellectual depression, intellectual enjoyment, intellectual displeasure. Do we need positive connotation or negative connotation? When some epic text is translated from Sanskrit to Telugu, now the Hindus who are in Telugu states are happy or depressed. That is the context. Eliminate depressed and displeasure, satisfaction, enjoyment. Which one is correct? Are they enjoying this type of situation? Are they satisfied with that type of situation? Intellectual enjoyment, both of them are technically fine, because we cannot replace any. Intellectual satisfaction, that means satisfied with what you have. Intellectual enjoyment is also enjoying the intellectuality, feeling happy about the intellectuality. You can technically go with these two, but positive word is needed. Both give the same meaning as positive case. You can use any one of that. Move to 14. The legendary matter contained in these heroic poems. See, remember, what are we speaking, mentioning them as? Heroic poems. What we are referring as heroic poems here? Epic poems. However, marvelous and dash, it may appear. Marvelous and is given, dash is given. Before and positive word or negative word? Positive. After and also what do we need here? Positive. It may appear. Now imaginable, marvelous and imaginable. Suspect is what here? Doubt. Not possible. Marvelous, realistic, marvelous, incredible. Which one is correct with the same meaning as marvelous? When do we say marvelous? When something is very outstanding. Get the meaning. Imaginable, realistic, incredible. Which gives the meaning of marvelous? Which gives the meaning of marvelous? When do you say something is marvelous? When something is very great, enjoyable, superb, extraordinary. Which one gives the same meaning here? Imaginable, realistic. Out. What is your answer? Incredible, unbelievable, marvelous. Move to 15. It may appear, still enters largely into the dash convictions of the people. Tell me your answer. Into the irrelevant convictions. Can we say that? See, these books are very marvelous and incredible. Common people, sometimes they may not understand it, but still common people also are able to understand it. Now, can we say irrelevant here? Positive word or negative word? Negative. Religious, related somewhat. Righteous, related. Aesthetic, somebody who doesn't believe in God, not related. Now, your answer is religious or righteous? Tell me your answer. Are these poems religious or are they righteous? Righteous speaks about the only good nature of the human being, those books. Religious speaks about the historical books, just like epic poems. Now the whole passage is about epic poems or righteous books? Epic poems. So what is that related to? Religious. Move to 16. Sound of camels. Scream, growl, grunt, trumpet. You know trumpet, right? Trumpet is the sound of elephant. We have noun also, another noun. Trumpet is nothing but the victory. This is also sign of victory, trumpet. There is also one music instrument, trumpet, the huge one. Have you ever seen it? In front of the mouth it is only small, but when it goes out it is very huge one. That is also called trumpet. Next, what do you mean by scream? What do you mean by screaming? To shout in a huge way and loud way. Unnecessary shouting also we can say, but a huge sound, huge shout. Next, what else is there? Growl. What in by growl? It is not loud. It is only calm shout only. Have you ever seen dogs? Like before they could attack, they look at people and they make some type of noise. Like it is just like indicator, hey, don't come near me. If you come near me, I will attack you. Before that, they make some sound. Do you remember? It is not shouting. They make some sound from this throat. Yes or no? Just like our this one. While we sleep, we make sound, right? So it is like that sign. Next, what else is there here? Grunt. Can you tell me the meaning here? The sound of camels. Now tell me what is the sound of camels? Huh? That is called grunting. Have you ever heard camel sound? No? Yes? From whom? From whom did you hear that? From the camel only or from your friends? From friends. Move to 17. The one who settles in another country. Remember here, another country is important. What do you mean by oath? Promise. Regenerate. Regenerate is re-energize, revive, rebirth. Get the energy again. Restart something as new. Now, your answer is in these two. Immigrant and emigrant. Tell me your answer. Remember the answer in this way. If it is starting with I, it is import, coming in. If it is starting with E, this is export, going out. Tell me your answer. The one who settles in, one who goes out of the country. What is it that? That is emigrant, not immigrant. Immigrant, somebody comes to your country. Next, move to 18. A collection of items which are hidden and kept in an accessible place. What is that called? Do you know archives? Write down. Archives is a place of where books are stored. It is not library. Records are stored. Records are kept. Archives. We have one more. Arsenal. Write down that one also. Can you tell me arsenal? Where weapons are stored. Okay, you should learn all these places. Next, arena. What in by arena? Arena. When do we say arena? Arena is nothing but speaks about the one particular area, the boundary of something. What else is there? Cemetery. What do you keep in cemetery? Burial ground, dead bodies. Not item, a collection of items. That is collection of bodies. Next, what else is there? Chsl. This is, this has so many pronunciations. It varies from person to person. It's not catch. It is just like cache. Cache. Okay, this shay, it is just like shay. Cache. Your answer is 2. This is the place where the collection of items are kept and you can access it. Okay, kept in an inaccessible position. Not access it, not accessible. Opposite. 2. Next, move to 19. Abstract, you have to get the synonym of the word. Julie had trouble understanding the appeal of the abstract painting. Abstract nouns. Are you aware of abstract nouns? Yes. What do you mean by abstract nouns? You cannot see them, you cannot touch them. You can only, they do not have any physical form. Now this girl also, like she is looking at some odd painting or the painting which is not at all there, and she is feeling somewhat trouble in understanding that. Now you have to go with the synonym of the word abstract. Ignorant, unreal, material, concrete. Tell me your answer. Appeal of the abstract painting. Now let me take you to one movie scene. Have you watched the movie Upiri? Nagarjuna and Karthis. Now this fellow Prakash Raj tries to purchase some painting, and that painting just has 3 or 4 colors. It is just like a small kid threw some paint on that, and Prakash Raj goes and watches in front of the painting, and he purchases it for how much? 2 lakhs or something, I'm not sure. Now this fellow Karthi is surprised. Sir, అందులో ఏముంది సార్ అంతగానో? 2 lakhs. And this fellow starts taking the brush and painting. Nagarjuna asks him, hey, why do you want to paint? Sir, I have my sister's marriage. I need money. So this fellow thought, okay, anything can be possible to purchase, sell the paintings. Now, did this fellow understand the meaning of this painting? Karthi? No. Who understood the meaning of that? Prakash Raj. Now, here also, Julie is in the situation of Karthi. She doesn't know what is the real meaning of that picture. Now she had trouble in understanding what real meaning of this picture. That comes with the meaning of abstract, unknown thing which is not there. Now tell me your answer. Which one is clear? Ignorant, unreal, material, concrete. Concrete antonym, material antonym. Synonym can be only used with the unreal, which doesn't have physical form. Move to 20. Candor. Candor is nothing but being very bold, very brave, direct. I admire her candor, especially when nobody else bothers to speak up. Impartiality, frankness, lying, deceit. Tell me your answer. Your answer must be used with the frank. Being very frank in the sense, being outward, explicit personality, being very open and brave personality. Move to 21. Very careful while answering this. We speak English everywhere. Tell me your answer. You have to change this into passive. We is a subject, speak is V1, English is object. Statement is in which tense here? Simple present. Must be changed to is, am, are plus a V3. Are spoken possible, English is spoken possible, have been spoken not possible, had been spoken not possible. Your answer is 1 or 3. English are spoken, English is spoken. 1 or 2. English is spoken everywhere. And remember, we don't need object here. Very careful. We don't need object here. The sentence is starting with we speak English. Can you see any object here in this case? English is spoken by us? Nowhere. Because it is generally understood. Who speak English? We only, right? So when something is already understood, you need not to repeat the object in the passive voice. But it is not the same with the direct indirect speech. Each and every word from the direct speech must be changed to indirect speech. You cannot even remove any one single word in the case of speech. But in the voice, you can eliminate based on understanding. Move to 22. Again voice. Can this exercise be done by you? You have to go with the combination of be, V3 plus by. Active or passive? Already this is in the passive. Now look at this question. You can do this exercise? Is this a question first of all? Why? What must be there? Can you, not you can. That is not a question. Next, can you be done? Can we use be done here? Again that repeats as a passive voice. Can you being this? Can you be doing this? Can you go for this combination? No. What else is there? Can you do this exercise? Can be changed to can this exercise be done by you? Next, move to 23. Error. The committee have decided to discuss about budget in next session. It's not even the correct answer. Tell me the correct answer. Error is here, but it's not the correct replacement. Error is that one only, but it's not a correct replacement. Collective nouns are basically, first rule, collective nouns are basically treated as the singulars. Committee is collective noun. Remember, sometimes with these verbs, what are the verbs here? Decided, united, agreed. These are the meanings which give the meaning of only positive case. When it is positive, collective nouns must be treated as singulars. If at all, let us say disagreed, like disunited or negated, objected. These give the meaning of negative. Whenever collective noun is followed by negative, remember collective noun must be treated as a plural. Now since it is decided, it is only in the positive, so the answer must be only has, not have, singular form. Next, move to 24. Get the antonym of the word artisan. Artisan or artisan. Artisan is a person who has very good skill in doing the arts. Art in the sense not just drawing, it can be any art. We need antonym, it is positive, we need negative. Unskilled labor, skilled sculpture, learned person, professional. Look at this. 2, 3, 4. These three are synonyms. But what do we need here? Antonym, unskilled labor. Can you tell me the idiomatic expression for this unskilled labor? Write down. Greenhorn. Greenhorn. Next. Recollect. Antonym is needed. Again. Assemble, recollect, synonym. Memorize or memory. Memorize, not just memory. Change it into memorize. Then it can be again synonym. Distribute, forget. Which one is correct here? To the context. We can also use distribute. We can also use forget. But look at the context. Dear Jane, how shall we ever recollect half of the dishes for grandma? Now recollecting is not distributing here. Recollecting is forgetting the dish, the recipe. Answer can be used with a 4. Thank you.